What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cars and Cigars. So, behind the scenes, these guys were busting my chops about the way I introduced the video, so I hope you guys laugh too, have a little fun with us. So tonight we're just going to chop up another couple topics that everybody kind of gave us a little insight what we're trying to do. So tonight I'm actually smoking a Liga Privada number 9. The boys are smoking some Avos. Chris is joining us, just enjoying the aroma tonight. So guys, let's get into it. So everybody knows Sema is going on right now in Vegas.
We weren't invited.
Not yet, not yet. So we kind of wanted to get into a little bit of that. We were actually planning on, obviously every shop's goal is to make it to Sema. You know, we'd love to build some crazy cars and hopefully get out there one year, but there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in Sema right now.
You know what? There is. Sema, I'm sorry, but Sema over the years they had crazy builds, crazy cars, and then I've seen, like, with the internet, people going around the cars and they try to highlight any of the mishaps, you know, because some shops are trying to piece together cars right before, you know, Sema, the deadline.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, pressure and all that. But you know what? I was looking into the builds that are happening for this Sema show, and I don't know, they seem real, they seem legit. Especially, solid. There's a Ferrari with a K series in it, and I know you hate me for that because I love it, but I think that is sick, and the build is ridiculous. I saw it on YouTube. I don't even know the name yet. I gotta look it up.
So, like, back in the day, the hype at Sema was like Chip Foose, you know? If Chip Foose was killing it back then. He was like the #1 at Sema. But it's crazy how much progression has gone on throughout the years. Like, now it's all exotics and crazy Liberty Walk cars, and there's just all kinds of stuff going on. So hopefully one year we'd like to attend. We'd like to build something crazy.
Clean.
It would just, I'm assuming between us four, it'd probably be a BMW, but, you know.
Mercedes is not bad.
Porsche.
Porsche. Yeah, Mercedes.
Toyota.
BMW.
Porsche? Oh, here we go.
Toyota.
No, absolutely not.
Why?
It doesn't fit in the budget.
He says Supra.
Supra would be nice, but
Toyota.
Yeah,
Toyota is not my tax bracket. That's why. If you got Toyota, you're against
Speaking of Supra, let's just touch on topic a little bit. Supra prices have gone through the roof. Like, I have a couple buddies who purchase Supras for like low 6 figures, and they're worth high 6 figures now, like in the 100K range. It's insane.
What shop did they get their Supras built at?
That's a good question, actually. That's a good question.
There's a couple of shops.
One of my buddies sent his out to Cali. I don't know the name of the shop. Did a sick shop. I actually shot a video with him. My buddy Getzi. He's got the red Supra MK4 on, I believe it's CCWs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think.
That car is gorgeous. That car is making great power. Shout out to our boys at Brooklyn Auto Sales. They actually helped us source a couple customer cars this past week.
You bought his car, didn't you?
Which one? Yes, I bought Gensi's E36. Thanks to our boy Adam. He facilitated that whole deal for us, set everything up. Smooth as can be, you know, but super values have gone through the roof. Super values have gone through the roof this past year. It's insane, bro. It's insane.
I mean, I feel like everything went past this value.
No question though, how much would you pay for a Supra?
I don't think I'd ever own one.
Really? Okay.
I love them. They're fast cars, don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
It's funny, I liked Supras like before, or not before, because I was really young for when Fast and Furious came out. I think I was like 6 for the first one. But regardless, you know, when I was young, I didn't understand the whole tax that comes with these cars, you know, the whole movie tax. But I saw that car and I fell in love with the Targa top, no wing, you know, BBS wheels, or even CCWs and like 1,000 wheel. Oh my God. I just think that was such a perfect
I don't know,
car.
I'm like still stuck on pre-COVID pricing with them. It's just,
you know what it is?
So expensive.
I feel like the car scene's also like a little messed up. At this point, it's just like one person gets a Supra, then another one gets a Supra, and then another one gets
a snowball. It's a snowball.
You know what I mean?
That's like, sorry to cut you off, that's like F80s. F80s came out, everybody and their mother had an F80. They were giving away lease deals.
Dodge, bro. Mopar.
Oh, that too. Yeah, the Chargers, Challengers.
Hellcats. Everyone's got a kitty.
But you know what it is? Like, there's cars that are out there like nobody even talks about. I'm talking about a C6 Vet that's making what, 5, 6 wheel NA.
So yeah, this specific car is making 620 wheel NA. I spoke to the owner before he dropped it off.
But like, and then you have this car right here has a single turbo kit and it's making what base like 620 wheel. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nowadays, like these horsepower numbers are nothing compared to what. But the car scene is just like no one has any heart into the game anymore. It's just more about let's just be faster, or let's just follow the next person, or what's the hype now at this point. It's like the trend.
The car scene changed big time, man. Honestly, I think the car scene really became a pissing match. Who can flex harder? Who can spend more money? Like that's kind of what it's come down to, in my opinion. Like, meets changed, man. Like we used to do meets back in the day. I know when I first got my license 10 years ago. Like, we would go to a meet, and it was like, we would truly hang out and just talk about cars for hours. Like,
oh, it was so nice.
We had fun, you know what I mean? Now it's like, all right, cool. You go, you stick around, just hang out with the same 5, 6 guys that you've known for all these years, and that's really it. And then you get these new kids with, I don't even want to get into it, but I'm sure you guys know where I'm heading at.
But I mean, like, think about it. Like, right now, for example, since we have an E46 right back here, how many people are hopping onto that trend now? Oh, that's the new future
the
classic.
The E36 trend has gone up a lot.
Like the future classic now. Everyone's making the E46 a hype. The real enthusiasts know that car was one of the best driving cars ever.
Facts.
Yeah, but I'm like stuck on pre-COVID pricing with that car, man. They shot up ridiculously.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. It's
good for me.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's good for us that own them, sure, but to get into them.
But the thing is that you need to understand this. It's like at some point, it's like, well, I mean, I understand like value of things go up in time, but like, why double in value in like a matter of a year?
Bro, it's you see how I mean, you know, not to say mine's the cleanest one around, obviously, but like.
It's up there.
Bro, you see some clapped out E46s, man. It's just like when you come across a clean one.
Yeah, it's top dollar. Yeah,
dudes know, like, oh, this car ain't being made no more. This was one of the best. It's one of the best looking M's probably ever made. I mean, motor, you know, debatable, obviously, but
I mean, listen, any BMW is gonna have its
best. You know, car ever made. But
looking.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
that's debatable.
That's debatable.
It's debatable, but
that's debatable.
Dude, I still get looks in that car.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
because it's leaking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I look too.
They're trying to track you down, let you know the oil trail.
Yeah.
And that the oil trail stopped like 10 nights ago.
That car is probably leaking on the nice F80 that's underneath it right now. That's freshly done and it looks very clean. The guy had fitment all day. You know, I'm just saying. I like, listen, Chris. I'm not coming at you. Like your car is a very mint, but I will give you 20 grand for it.
Cash, not cash.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful. Listen, if it makes you feel any better, I'll take out a loan out of it to make it look like I really, really struggled to pay that 20 grand.
I wouldn't even entertain the offer.
Yo, Chris would make you take the loan out and then rip up the check.
Yeah, I'll piss on it.
No, Chris, you know I'm just joking, man.
Nah, I
really love your car, man. But like, as I was saying, like, don't get me wrong, like I appreciate this car a lot. I love this car, color, fastest color by the way. But like, you know what it is? It's just like, for your car, perfect example of a car that's well worth over 30, 40K.
Yeah, of course. You know? Like, listen, low owner car, original manual, original comp, and the most desirable color combo, white on black, 6-speed. Doesn't get better than that.
Unless you somehow magically find a white
on red would be really.
You know how rare that is back in 2005, 2006. Nobody was ordering red interiors like
no.
2005, 2006.
That's
like
hold
on. Didn't they have 2 sets of like red interiors?
Nah.
It was only a Mola.
It was only a Mola.
Only a Mola, and then they had the cinnamon, and then it was black.
Oh, that's
dumb.
Okay, come on, man. Are you kidding me? I forgot the cinnamon. So white on cinnamon would be a better color.
Nah, but white on red is more rare than white.
There was definitely less red.
What about
I prefer the cinnamon.
That's even more rare, but I mean, that was an individual option, which back in the day when somebody was like, oh yeah, you could get an individual car, it's, you know, 8 G's more.
No thank you.
No thank you. Yeah, exactly. Like nowadays, everyone's like, 8 G's, yeah, whatever. Who cares?
And
just roll it into the financing.
Because people started realizing how much it holds resale value.
You know what it is? Like now, like today, you know what's another thing we should actually talk about? I just thought about this. It's funny you say that. When people buy a car brand new, they always option to get everything. Like, you know, like that thing, the more you have, the more valuable your car is.
Yeah.
And now, like today's society, we're going up, we're like, yo, stripper, bro, no packages, no sunroof.
Oh, that dates back to something back in the day, though. That's how it was in the 60s. When you see these classics behind, like, These cars, you bought them, you wanted a stripper car. You wanted a car with no AC, power steering, forget about it. Anything that you wanted bare bones. You're talking horsepower, you're talking
back
racing.
then, they probably didn't have AC, but I mean, besides that.
Listen, it's true. Yeah.
But it's true. But like now, like think about it. Like today, if one of us went to go order a car right now, a BMW, whatever, right?
Yo, Lotus at 9s.
What?
No, me, I'm going low. Depending on the car, though. It all depends on the car. Like, if
What's
I'm
the
ordering,
goal? What's the goal of the car?
Well, nowadays it doesn't matter.
Are you gonna track it? Is it gonna be a show car? Like, what are you doing?
yeah, but like, I wouldn't go order a brand new car to track it. You know what I mean?
So,
But you
you
see,
guys
well-
do. Look at the guys who go into the Porsche dealership. Order a GT3. Just
Yo, they balling. I'm not. I can't do that.
Yeah, well, listen, but those, these cars are.
But
meant to be
also,
driven.
mind you, back in the day when they were doing the whole
Wait,
strip,
hold on. You guys gonna let that fly past you?
what happened?
These cars are supposed to be driven. Kid puts 1,000 miles in 3 years. Or just. That's it?
it doesn't pertain to me
I'm sorry. I know
specifically,
that-
but a lot of
That
guys.
ship has sailed.
Hold on.
That ship sailed.
I'm just saying, like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this go past you. There's one more thing. Let's talk about your house phone real quick. I know this is not this is another car.
Since I bought it, like 7,000 or 8,000 miles.
How long you had the car for?
8 years.
So 800, 900 miles a year.
I'm the last to talk. I'll tell you that. But I just want to say that he also comes with a family that's just alike. So,
Yeah.
what car does your brother have?
E36 M3.
What's
Also Alpine White.
Fastest car.
Fastest car.
Yeah. Icon. And how many miles did he put on that car?
He's had this one. He had a black E36 prior, but on this one, I think he's put maybe 800 miles in the past year and a half.
And how long you had the car for? Like,
Yeah, about year and a half since he's bought it.
That's
He
still
put
the same
800 miles
numbers
on
as
it.
you. It's the same as you, about 800, 900 a year.
My dad has a 911 turbo, 997.2, 6-speed.
More miles than your car.
what color?
No, it has less miles.
I was gonna say, John.
It is also white.
But it's also AKA Alpine White. But what?
No, it ain't
Porsche Alpine White.
It's a Porsche Alpine White.
It's a Palpine White.
Whatever, you get the point.
It's Palpine White, yeah.
And how many miles did you put on that car?
I actually put all the miles on that car. He doesn't even drive it. He bought it with 24,000 miles, and
It's got 24,050.
it's got like
150
20.
miles.
I think it's got like 27,000 miles on it. He's had it for 5 years.
Smart man. He drives his dad's car and he lets his rack up value.
That's
Yeah, it is what it is. We gotta mod that thing. That's why. I'm like,
What,
it's
the
fun.
Porsche?
Like I got used to it. Yeah, I got used to it, and he got used to it, and it's bone stock.
Chris,
What'd you say, 997 or 1?
997.2.
997.2?
Six-speed manual,
Nice
yeah.
car. Nice car.
wasn't Chris car broken for a while, actually?
In the comments, what's your favorite generation Porsche 911?
Yeah, we got.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Saying.
That's a loaded question.
Extremely loaded question.
I'm too cheap to afford one, so.
I actually am a sucker for both 996s and 997s.
996. You like the bastard child of friggin'
Yeah,
Porsches?
The fried egg headlights?
Yo, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I absolutely don't give
seen
two
them in the box.
damns about the fried egg headlights and this and that. Give me a Porsche and let me thrash on it. That's it. I don't care. I really don't. The enthusiasts care, and that's fine. But I'm not gonna let that change. All it is headlights. Really? I mean, no. 997's got a couple of.
Headlights are a big difference. There's a lot of guys that make headlights in this market.
Yeah, but those guys, those guys, we don't talk about them.
No, but
That's
those,
fine.
I'm just saying the headlights really do make the face of the car.
Honestly, those 996 headlights kill me, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah,
They're
but you can get them redone. I know, guy.
Well,
I might need his contact info for my next Porsche.
I got you.
he only works on.
Yo, honestly,
you don't
I
work on Porsches.
I
This is
think
bad. Next
I
one.
don't
Keep
think we can do it. I don't know if you want to put that in there, but
Click, delete.
yo, honestly, I think if I had to pick, it's a 997 GT3 RS. That's like the holy
997?
grail for
Yeah,
me.
that's a sick car.
997 GT3 RS 4.0.
Yeah, the gray one with the red
livery?
stickers.
Yeah, with the livery on it? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a nice
Yep.
car.
I'm not gonna lie, I've owned Benzes and Beamers, but like Porsches, like don't get me wrong, I will want one eventually, but like I have no idea what you guys are talking about, and I can answer shit. I'm telling you right now.
I want a
It's
964.
it's really hard to describe, but you won't get it until you drive one.
No, it's not that. It's
The number.
All I hear is 99.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like when somebody with a BMW goes, yeah, I have an E46. What the hell is that?
I would, I would
explain.
explain the Porsche numbers, but I also
Nah, you're not gonna explain.
I don't
Porsche
understand
numbers.
it.
You don't have time for that.
Yeah, we need a whole documentary.
We need
for
3
that.
days for that one. So
Nah,
But favorite generation, 997 probably. I feel like that's a consensus though across the board in terms of cars. Like
I don't know.
car
I'm a big 993 fan.
993?
993 GT2.
Yeah.
Fire.
yeah, but I feel like the 997 was like the true Porsche driver's car. I think I could.
Like
My opinion.
suspension-wise, I'm pretty sure their suspension is pretty amazing out the box, right?
Phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
That car.
But
That's the end graduation.
Yeah, but not only suspension, but even like just the way they engineer like how long the clutch pedal throw is compared to the gear shift change.
True.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like everything is in sync perfectly.
But suspension-wise, like even from out of the box, is actually.
Oh yeah, no, it's
harmony.
What's the latest thing on the new GT2?
The rear steering?
just set the Nürburgring record at like 645 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I saw that. I saw that. Shattered it.
Yep.
Yeah, like destroyed the.
Imagine smashing some Olins into that.
Yo, I wouldn't even want to touch it. It's so good out of the box.
So that's the thing though. So right away, kids, people would think, oh, put coilovers in it. Yo, but wait, these cars, these, especially these nowadays, like a 2022 Porsche or 21, these cars are built so with so much R&D involved that like if we slapped coilovers in it, we'd probably actually ruin it completely. Like even if we like tried no, I know it's fun. No, it's like super fun, but that's the game we're playing now. Like back, we talk about cars in 2001 and then 2010. Like if you talk 10-year intervals of modifying cars, we were at a I'm saying we were at a point where in 2001, 2, 3, 4, we were actually building cars. We were actually trying to source parts, learn, like as we're going. Forums were really big. There was no YouTube. There were no like
but
Facebook
back in
pages.
South, they used to cut springs.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my god.
South's the youngest one here. What do you
Yo,
think?
I never cut springs.
Not gonna front. I
cut springs?
No, it wasn't me, but it was.
Oh, it wasn't.
Everyone who says it wasn't
It
me,
was
it
him.
was them.
No, it wasn't my car. It wasn't my car.
But I'm on it.
The E46.
Yo, my brother had My brother had a DA Integra. It was a '92.
Oh
I
wow.
think.
Dia.
On cut springs.
Bouncing everywhere.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, that's one of the best handling cars I've ever driven in my life. Like, that thing was crazy.
That's funny.
It had no power. It was cable clutch, cable throttle, the whole nine, and you could just absolutely mop that thing into a corner, and it just took it because it was just so underpowered, and it handled unbelievable. Underrated car. I would love to own a DA Integra. You could put that on record. I would love to own a DA Integra. Clean one. Shout out to my boy Adam Davis out in Cali. He's got the nicest DA Integra I've ever seen.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it all high quality parts.
Back in high school, I had a new 46 325 Alpine White, just so you know.
Alpine White.
I mean, I was young. I was like, yo, I need to lower my cars. I lowered almost every car I've actually owned.
I lowered just about everything I own too.
Yeah. And then I put springs, and then as I was installing the springs, I realized that the struts were blown. I was like, it'll probably go lower now.
It might just sit lower always.
It'll just bounce.
Nah, man, believe it or not. As you said, I swear to you, nothing, bro. No wobble, nothing. Car drove like it was from factory.
No, yeah, I mean, you could do springs, coilovers, but obviously you're not, if you're getting like a 997 or even an E46 or, guys that take it serious for the most part, they're not throwing any brand name coilovers on their car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll look at, KW, AST, Olin's, MCS, motion control.
What do you have on
JRZ.
Right now it's just on springs, and that's what came with the car, but I think we're going to be doing a set of Olin's Road and Track on it in like next couple weeks.
Fun fact, I can do it in an hour.
No, you can't.
This guy, bro.
I'm just saying.
So we're gonna get this on the record because
Take
my
you 20
man
minutes to pull up the YouTube video. What do you mean?
Yeah. Certified YouTube mechanic right here.
Oh, hold on. So I heard you're a driveway mechanic.
Disrespect.
Yo, so we're putting this on the record. We're making a bet. My boy Senior right here says he can install a set of E46 M3 coilovers in exactly 60 minutes. And we're gonna time him.
That competition's happening. Oh my
My E46 M3 needs a set of coilovers installed. And he says if he has everything laid out, ready to go, and the car completely on the ground, he can do the entire job in 60 minutes.
Does the suspension have to be completely doused in PB Blaster first, or
That car is probably rusted anyways.
That car is spotless underneath. That car is
really
as new as it's gonna get.
I mean, if it was, I mean, let's be fair. Come on. I mean, what do you want me to do? Fight a bolt that's stuck?
nah?
Yo, listen, you said it, not me, bro. 60 minutes.
I mean, the rear. I know the rears are easy, but I don't know. Setting height.
No. That has
just installing. Just installing.
Just install. I thought you were talking about setting height.
But I mean, technically,
Like preload is set, height is set.
Well,
For the most
He
part.
can adjust everything and
Yeah.
set it
But
beforehand.
the thing is, truthfully, we're talking about like getting the coilovers in.
The 80%
Because
of the install,
Yeah.
like getting it in.
Because
Yeah.
you can't dial it in. Remember, you have to preload the suspension. You have to preload the coilovers.
Yep.
You have to get all in. I believe it's a millimeter. A preload on the spring tension. So
I believe so.
Yep. And then the height from the box, they always come mixed match. They always say, yeah, it's all the same height. No, it's not. Like they're all mixed match and whatnot. But we have to figure out that has to go constant up and down. Figure it out.
No, you set it at one height from the jump and then do the install.
You can't.
Count
You can
your
set it.
threads.
You could, no, you
Count your threads and call it a day.
doesn't
and then-
matter because at the end of the day, you still gotta preload the
Yeah.
suspension in here. So
No,
the
of
height's gonna be off regardless. So
It's
there's
always
no
gonna
point.
change.
But get them close. Eye it for now.
I thought the preload was set already. I thought there were three, like when I had Tyne coilovers or teens, whatever, on my Camry, but that had three-way. That had it had one collar that controlled the preload, and that never got touched. Like you left it, and it should have been set and forgotten about. And the rest was just height, and then the locking collar.
Actually, well, I had an
I
accurate.
mean, obviously, it's going to vary between.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I don't know what the design is like
But
on.
teens actually like they're mostly for the JDM cars and whatnot. I had an accurate TSX at one point, and I ended up going with True Hearts as well. True Hearts give you on their instruction manual, depending on what you want, stiffness too. Yes, those two collars on top, they do matter. The tighter you make that spring, the stiffer your suspension.
Right.
Remember that. So the spring's not gonna move around. Like the way you would set that preload would, you'll tighten as much as you can by hand until the spring starts bouncing up and down. And then you go ahead and start tightening the top collar. And keep in mind, the way you find out what you have to do a millimeter or I think it's either some coilovers are millimeter, some are 2 millimeter. Funny part is the spanner wrenches are a millimeter thick, all of them are. So you just put that in.
Okay, so it's like a
preload.
little cheat. Okay.
Exactly. And then you tighten them all into each other, and then you set your.
Again, watch your YouTube videos one time, and then you'll remember this information. You don't have to watch them again.
Yeah, or you can just watch our videos because we're gonna make them anyways.
Or watch our videos.
That too. So while we're on the topic of suspension, me and my boy Chris have a little announcement for you guys. We are actually in the process of setting up a group buy for Olin's coilovers. So we'll be announcing more details in our future videos coming up. You guys, if whoever's following our shop vlogs, you guys will be able to kind of keep up with us. We're in the works of setting it up. We should have everything. We're trying to move about 30 units plus, give or take. And we're gonna start hitting as many platforms as we can. We're gonna start with the E46 and the E9X platform. So if you guys need Olin's coilovers, reach out to us. We're getting the most aggressive pricing that we can get, all for you guys. So guys,
Sales at dreamgaragehq.com.
bing, there we go. We'll have the site up and running soon. We have a few little kinks that we're working out on and getting all the details and stuff. So,
Is there a discount if you pay cash?
cash? No, unfortunately, we have
One set price.
we have
that's
one
it.
set price,
It
but
is
it's
what
going to
it
be really aggressive, and we're
Yep.
going to start it for the holiday season. So we're probably going to run it for a couple months. Probably starting what, like 2 weeks, give or take.
Yeah, I'd like to
Weeks,
start
maybe a little
between.
early.
I'd like to start it at like November 15th, mid-November.
So middle of the month, give you guys some time to get all the information on the group buy and all that, and then go from there. So that way we can run it through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and then we'll probably end it sometime the end of January, maybe mid-February. Give you guys another couple weeks there.
Depending on if we sell out or not. There's not a lot of units available, so it's we're still feeling the COVID effect, so to speak. But I think there's like, I think we should be able to lock down 30 units, no problem.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to. Because right now we're dealing with a little over 40 units in our inventory stock. So, like I said, we'll work on putting everything together. We'll give you guys the details in a couple weeks, and then we'll go from there. So
That's exciting.
46 guys, 1 hour.
Yeah.
All right. So listen.
1 hour or what?
Here, we'll make a deal with you guys. We're gonna make a video of him doing this in 1 hour. If he does it in 1 hour, we will absolutely blow out install labor on any E46 all-in coilover set that you guys buy through us and get installed with us. So let's see. That'll be part of our bet. If he blows it out in 1 hour, we will blow out the labor. So all the E46 guys, it's in his hands.
So,
good luck. I hope he does it, because that'll be great for everybody who wants to come in and get him installed. So yeah,
awesome. Little sneak peek. I don't know if we want to announce this just yet, but we will be getting an alignment rack really soon. So all in-house suspension installs, rod bearing installs, crank hubs, the whole nine, whatever needs alignments, we'll be able to satisfy your guys' needs with that soon. So again, 1 hour, in-house alignments, we'll blow out the labor.
You know what? First person.
Wait, no. The camera died. I mean, like, do you want to just double check before?
Oh, the screen went off. Yeah.
No, the screen just went off. Just want to make sure. By the way, it took me this long to figure out that your all-in's right up there.
Nah, it's still recording, bro.
All right, we're good.
We'll
just cut it.
Chop.
Nah, so here, how about this?
No, about chop.
How about this? Also, right? If this dude could do an Olin's coilover install in 60 minutes or less, we'll give you 50% off the alignment.
Ooh.
Done.
That's
done.
50% off the alignment.
And you know what? 60 minutes or less, and we'll buy you pizza too while you wait.
We'll buy you lunch.
That's it. We'll buy his favorite spot. We'll get you guys Gino's Pizza.
Say the name.
But that's
Too late.
That's all you get. The details are still retail price. Everything's retail price. No.
Oh, and we'll blow out. We'll give you a complimentary car wash on the house. If there's so much riding on this, so you guys better be praying he does this in 60 minutes.
I'm gonna pray he doesn't get a good night's sleep.
If he does this in 60 minutes or less, you're getting pizza, you're getting half off the alignment, you're getting blown out labor rate, and you're getting a couple $100 discount on the coils.
That's pretty dope.
Discussion advice. He meant a slice. The rest is for him.
Yo, I love pizza, bro. I will take a whole pizza to the face.
Yo, at this point, I'm eating more pizza than you. So
that's true. That's true. Yo, so all right, we have to get into this because we didn't get into it last episode. That new M2 is hideous.
Oh, that is atrocious. I thought it was a Photoshop. I thought it was a joke.
That is.
I thought it was a total joke. I thought it was. You know what I thought it was? I thought it was like some dude. You know how you see in other countries where they take like Celicas or Fieros and make them put body kits on them, like Lambos? Like I thought that's what it was. I thought somebody took like a Celica or something like that and turned it into an M2 with like their homemade body kit.
See, but I feel like right now I'm going through the same exact thing I went through with the G80. I saw the G80, I'm like, this thing is gross. Didn't like it. They released it in ugly colors. Now, I think, me personally, I think the G80 is one of the hottest BMWs on the road, period. My opinion. I'm all for it, man. With the CSL grill, I think that car is gorgeous.
I'm not gonna lie, I really did hate the F80 at one point, the looks.
F80?
Yeah.
Okay. See what's funny? The F80 was the first one I got excited about.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, I really hated the F80. I still kind of hate the F80 regardless, but the looks, you know, like, hey, that video that you did with my boy Ray.
That video came out sick. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on our channel. Go check it out. That video came out.
Check out Ray too.
Bonkers.
Shout out to
our boy Ray NYC. Check him out for all your videography, photography needs. Guys, hit us up. We'll put you in touch with Ray directly. We'll get you a sick discount.
Such an infomercial, man. Come on. I just said shout out to Ray. We're good.
Yo, $9.99. $9.99. 60 minutes or less.
He said, listen, you want pizza? You want a free car wash?
You get a videography session with Ray. We'll buy you pizza also.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, but I don't know. That M2, it's killing me now looking at it, but I think as time goes on, once I start seeing it in person and people start modding it,
it always grows on.
I think so. Me personally, the previous Gen M2 I think looks way better.
Let me ask you
100%.
something. What's your favorite model? I mean, what's your favorite BMW car, period?
Oh, my
any
goodness.
Any era.
I got one. I'll go last on this.
I always have mine.
I might have one too.
What's yours?
Wait. Let me think about this. Who's definitely got one right now?
I definitely do.
All right, let me think about this for like
Go ahead, you go
a
first.
minute.
Like all-time favorite BMW ever.
I would literally get rid of my kidney. I would get rid of any car.
Any BMW.
Any BMW.
I don't know. Z8 is up there for me.
Okay, I respect that.
I respect that because of the motor.
It's something about a Z8 though. Is
No, but like,
I know that's that's a quirky,
Bro,
different.
how cool is it the fact that you have something that like they give you a stand to hold your hard time, like and a cover.
Well,
For what?
I think
A Z8?
what was the thing back in the day when the Z8 first came out? I think they had to do wasn't there like a TSB or a recall on them because the motors were making so much torque and it was just it was twisting the chassis.
Probably.
Yeah, but I mean that was a big thing too for the E46 as well. So
No. So that's subframe. This is literally twisting the chassis on the car.
That car was ahead of its time.
That car was sick.
Ahead of its time.
Alpina Z8.
You want to laugh? Apparently, and this is I'm a big Top Gear, old school Top Gear fan, and apparently the Alpina Z8 is technically a worse car than the standard Z8. Now wait, it doesn't mean it's a bad car. It just means that what they did with the Alpina, at first I thought that was the performance. Is that supposed to be a performance inspired?
Yeah.
So
Performance
apparently it's
much,
actually, they softened up the Alpina Z8 in just about every fashion. So they went with, I believe, a softer suspension. Like they went more Grand Tourer than they did, I guess, with the standard Z8. Apparently, like
but now they
detuned it.
They kind of do. They don't detune it now, but they kind of actually like go balls out now. But like they go. They did V12 bi-turbos.
Well, so that's on.
7 series.
That's on the other.
Imagine getting a
that's on the other cars.
massage in the back seat.
Yeah,
and then like you're getting
700 torque.
you're doing like 11s on the quarter mile.
Yeah, the Z8 is one of my and a manual 735 would be cool. A 6-speed 735, which I believe I got that idea from Transporter movies. I love the Transporter movies, which I was a 740 or 750, but in the first scene, I think it was a 735 and manual, and I think that's a cool car.
I do like the E38.
E38, you know, it's
sick.
We actually have a 740 IL E38
Yep, right
customer car in right now. That
right
we're doing a bunch of
outside.
things on.
I love how we went from 740 IL, then LI, and now I don't even know what they're doing now.
So it's IL.
It's I, and then X drive on the side.
Yeah.
What?
All right, so we got Pete.
Yeah, Z8. You.
I think all time BMW ever, if I had to pick for most balanced, my favorite.
I swear if he picks the same car as me.
All right, just shut up. Just I want to hear it.
I'm torn between two. I really can't decide.
Choose.
I'm gonna say both.
No, one.
All right,
one.
no. I want to hear both choices. Go ahead, go.
I think first, for me personally, has to be the E36 M3. No question.
Okay, that one.
Okay, respectable.
No, bro, that is literally my favorite BMW of all
Caught me
time.
off guard. I didn't expect that from you.
Second, E92. All day.
I saw that.
Anyways,
I'm such a fanboy for that car, that motor, that trans, the chassis, everything.
Oh,
that car has my heart for
I
life.
just got ash all over me.
All right. Senior?
what do you think? No, seriously, what do you guys think? Keep in mind, I drive an E90. M3.
I don't know why.
I don't think that's your favorite car though. I think
It is my favorite car. It definitely is.
favorite Beamer. You're talking.
Actually, no, not at all.
No, favorite one of all time?
What?
Don't say something dumb like the Isetta, like the Steve Urkel mobile, bro. Like,
Part of me wants to say E60 M5.
No.
Okay, wait. 2-door, 4-door.
2-door. And guess what?
It's a 2.
You know me well enough that I don't like coupes at all.
It's not an
Right?
E30.
And you know that I hate coupes.
BMW 2002.
Oh, Z4 M Coupe.
Absolutely not.
Oh, goddamn.
Really?
I love that. I love that.
E46 M3.
Nope.
I love the clown shoe though. Z3 M Coupe.
Oh, 8 Series, 850.
No.
All right, whatever.
What else is
Spill the
there?
beans. Let me see.
What is it?
1M.
A 1M.
1 Series
Really?
M.
I mean, that is okay.
I
The 1M
wish,
is
I
a.
do wish it had an S65 in it. But
Yes.
even then, you cannot go wrong with the N54, and you know that. You still can't go wrong with the N54.
The N54 is a phenomenal motor. It's everything around it that makes it junk.
But that's
like-
with any car, to be honest.
No, the N54 in particular, the ignition system is junk. Water pumps are junk. Like everything, all the accessories on that car, and everything that you attach to it makes it such a terrible motor.
You know, see, the thing for me is just like simplicity, and then the fact that, like, dude, the 1M is literally a driver's car. It was way beyond its time.
Way beyond
Way
its time.
beyond its
Way
time.
beyond its time.
But the
Is
car,
that the same N54 setup completely as
Yes.
that? Like,
Same exact.
Believe it or
IS,
not.
eyes, all same.
Same
believe
exact.
it or not, yes. Just like this
And what
car,
transmission comes
6-speed
in?
manual.
It
Or
only
DCT
came in
or
6
no?
speed, right?
Only 6
Only
speed.
6 speed.
Yeah.
It's like top.
And there was only what, 700 made?
Yeah. And
7 and change?
That car.
What's the color? Valencia orange? Is that what it is?
Valencia orange, Alpine white, and
Alpine
then
white, the
black
fastest
sapphire
color.
metallic, right?
Black sapphire metallic. Yeah.
But the orange, I believe, I've seen for like 70 grand. I've
Yo,
seen
they're
them up
worth-
there.
they're worth money
They're
right
up
now.
there.
Yeah.
You
they-
cannot touch one right now.
They were selling over MSRP, bro, like a year after they came out. Like it just skyrocketed since.
And you know what it is? It's a timeless car, bro. Like let's just say, all right, besides the fact that if you put an M badge on a car with the regular motor and a regular 3 Series and a
Yeah.
regular 135 at that point. But it's the fact that like the car has so much attitude towards it.
Yep.
The hips do not lie on that car. It is wide.
Shakira.
Shout out
No,
to
you,
Shakira.
of course, and then you get all the suspension
You know what?
bits.
Speaking of that, actually, it's like I'm looking at another car right now. Right? Let's just say, right? I guess in a way, I'll give you a hint. It is an AMG, right?
I know what it is.
But you know what it is? Like, look, you take any AMG, like E55. I had an E55 before, right? You take the E55 and then you bring the E500 or the E350. The body lines are the same. You can literally swap a fender off of an E350 and no problem.
No, power is not off. From an E55 and a 500 stock for stock, it's actually not that far off. That car.
I think you did your math wrong.
I've literally watched stock for stock, unless it was a car that got heat soaked up the wazoo or something, but I literally watched a race
It's
on
it's an M113 on both the cars, which is the motor that's in it.
So it's the
But
same. Oh.
The E55 has an M113K, which is the compressor.
Yeah, that's a supercharged one.
Compressor, yes.
Supercharged one.
The supercharger.
Yeah.
What-
So that's why I was confused though that I literally watched a
there's
video
no
of a
way.
500. No, I'm not saying it.
No, I'm not.
Did you watch it on
but
YouTube?
actually,
It was
you know
like
what?
it
You
was
know
off
what?
only by a car light.
You know what
and
it
not
is?
even, Like
You know what it is? One, it can be heat soaked, and this is the funny part. The E500 had a better transmission than the E55.
it
But you
went-
know why?
Yeah. Why?
Because the 7-speed trans that was shifting 1,000 times faster was
That was
way
an
more.
SLK.
Huh?
They put that in the 7-speed. They put in an SLK.
Yes,
AMG.
that's why.
That's a
the
good car.
The SLK 55 is the car you want.
Yeah.
But who wants a hardtop convertible and say I'm a race car?
Yo, that thing is cool.
It's gangster. It's straight gangster.
One of my
But-
relatives had it.
But
That
it's
thing's
like
cool.
it's one of those cars that like, yeah, I don't know if I really want a hardtop
Yeah,
convertible.
I get
Just
that.
doing like triple digits with it. You know what I mean? Feels the same. Imagine with the top down.
No.
God forbid.
But that's like a C63 and a C300, bro. The rear
Like-
quarters are exactly
Again,
the same.
mind you, that
There's no-
video was only like a car and a half
But like
length. Like it
but this
wasn't
is the
like
thing,
a.
the transmission's a lot better on that car.
Right.
Shit's faster than the E55. But the thing is, the E55 makes so much torque
That's
that they
five
have to
speed,
leave the
right?
5-speed in there. And that 5-speed, it is bulletproof. I don't care what anything. On my
It's the same 5-speed in the SLR.
Yes, they're all
In all of them.
Every single 55
Right.
of that year, of that amount, of that age, even the C32s that they had at that time. Which
Yo,
also
C32
Oh my God,
is
yeah.
sick.
car, bro. Timeless car.
And C34.
C55.
I'm sorry,
That.
C50.
I had both.
C55 was
C32.
a supercharger though. That was an
Nope,
actually
it was
aspirated
an actually.
V8.
It was an
They had a
113.
C32. They had a C55.
55.
Then
C40,
C43.
43 was on the boxy style.
On the box.
It was on the
one.
boxy stuff.
Yeah.
That was like.
But the one
before
after that,
C32.
the one
That
after that was
before.
a.
And the numbers is also really.
They also had C. They had.
Ben,
C-
yeah, Ben stayed messing up their numbers, man. I can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, F5,
But
S550,
it's-
S560,
Yeah,
F580.
But hold on, let's tie back to what I was just saying.
Oh, I could go into AMGs. I love Mercedes.
But like the thing is the thing I'm trying to tie into back to the 1M again. The reason why I'm saying such a like that car has so much attitude is like, dude, they didn't just take a 135.
No, they got the wide
They
quarters.
got the whole wide.
They got the wheel, like your wheels on the
Suspension.
E46, the
Suspension
cop
brakes.
wheels.
suspension is
Yeah.
the same as the E9.
No, that's a beautiful
The
car.
E92. It's the same suspension actually. You can swap the suspension.
The
off.
subframe and stuff were the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
Completely.
That's right. They
the
did
subframe
everything.
is the same. Motor mounts, obviously, no, it's different, but still.
Yeah, that's
but like besides that, like the subframe is practically the same. It's literally a type. It's basically an E92 and a 1M.
Yeah.
Without the motor. Yeah.
So
Without the-
Z8, E92 or
E36.
or E36,
1M.
1M. Chris,
So yeah, I'll be surprised if you guys even know what this is. To be honest with you,
2000.
you probably no, it's not 2002. Although they are cool, but
I'm curious what.
Wait, hold on. Can we guess for a second?
you could guess. Go ahead.
I just want 2 hints. Bro.
Also,
Two
two-door.
hints. It's old.
And it's Alpine White.
Nah, actually, I don't even think it came in Alpine White. It wasn't even available.
Is it? It's a two-door though.
It is a
So
two-door.
that's definitely not fast.
It is a two-door. It's not fast, and I don't care if it's fast or not. It is, I think, one of the most beautiful
I mean,
movies
the
ever made.
2002 would have been like my first guess.
Well, the reason I was guessing that car is
I gotta
'cause that's
say-
my first quirky car of BMW that I try to associate with anyone that's gonna say, "Oh, I like I like."
2002s are cool.
They
but
are,
That's
but
not it.
I'm
That's
trying to
not
think
it.
what it is.
You guys, I mean, I'll be like I said, I'll be surprised if you know what it is, but at the same time, I won't. But because it's such an iconic car.
Is it not a
I gotta
sports
say
car
it's an
though?
8 Series.
Is it? Is
Nah,
it
it's
that?
not.
Is
It's
it
sharp.
that? Is it that thing with the door in the front that's technically made by BMW? It's
No,
No, that's the
I said
I7.
that.
That's
Oh,
the
that is an
I7.
I7?
Yeah,
Okay,
that-
never
no,
mind.
No, that's the Steve Urkel car.
Yeah, yeah.
No, not that.
I don't know. What is it?
See, yeah, he's
Mini
thinking
Cooper.
hard. No,
I'm really
Mini
thinking
Cooper. Get the hell out of here. Get off the podcast.
You said good. I'm trying to think what it is.
50 likes and we kick Pete off the pod for saying
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Boom.
10 likes, I stay because I stay.
You got a guess?
Oh, actually,
I have no idea.
Really got me puzzled there.
All right. They're super, super, super rare, but an E9 3.0 CSL.
Wow.
Oh, I was
Sick.
not expecting that.
Okay.
I think that is the absolute best looking car that BMW's ever made.
You dirty dog.
You lower it, you get a I believe it was called titanium silver back then. I don't know.
What was it called? What's
Sorry,
that?
E9 3.0 CSL.
E9 3.0.
You get one of those in silver or black.
I'm still brushing up on my BMW intelligence.
You lower that
Oh,
thing.
that's sick. Yes, that's cool.
Yeah, you lower it and
We're gonna have
throw it
Ray
on
put a
some,
photo of these cars.
Yeah, we'll have Ray insert a picture of what I'm talking about. E9 3.0 CSL in silver or black. Lower it with some Style 5s, like 17-inch Style 5s or BBS RSs, and like that's
See,
it.
now
That's
that
all you
looks
need.
so much like the 6 Series Shark. Is that anything to do with that or no? It looks
I
so
think
much
that
like
car is before the 6. That car.
It's definitely before it. It looks just like it though.
But that
That
thing-
is
So
sick.
now let me ask you, that's your number one. What's your number two? What's the follow-up on that?
Number
Ooh.
2.
He's like anything else.
I mean, mine would be the 90 regardless, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess it probably have to be. Probably have to be. An
I actually
E36.
I like Junior's M5, the E30.
I love the E39 M5.
E39 M5. That car is
Nah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
I guess number 2 would probably be E46 M3. The CSL though. We didn't get that here, unfortunately. But
I know what's your number 3 though.
what's my number 3?
90.
E90. Yeah, I mean that's up there.
That's got to be top 5 on every BMW
wait.
enthusiast list.
But it's got to be an E90, not an E92, and that's nothing against the coupe guys, but.
4 doors.
Hold on. So I make that face because I hate coupes. I'm a sedan guy all the time. When it comes to E9X, I just, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know why. I get stuck with E92s.
The ass on the E90, man.
Any
It's just so
sedan.
good. And when you
Sedans.
lower it, you got some 305s on it.
It's crazy. Cause Sal actually drove my car the other day, and what were you saying?
I'm currently shopping for an E90 M3.
That's what I thought.
Hey, they handle better. Fact.
Yo.
Stock for stock, they handle better.
And guess what? You can fit wider wheels in the back.
Nah, I don't know about that. I fit some fitment on mine. But
Sal.
Scott. No.
Sal.
I've ran a 315 on my E92, but don't talk to me about wider wheels in the
That's
back.
cute. We could do even fatter then.
Oh,
I ran a 265 on my Camry.
yeah, with open fenders.
Yeah, with open
Oh,
fenders.
fenders.
Yo, I honestly, aside from the E36 and the E9X, I really think I have to go with the E60 M5. That was a
I love that car.
Formula One family sedan. Like, it just does not get better than that.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you can't, obviously,
That V10.
that's probably the best sounding BMW ever made.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, probably up. It's up there.
I do love the S85, but I don't know why. For some reason, I kind of do want the M6.
M6 was actually lighter, believe it or not.
Yeah, because I had a carbon roof.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that.
I've actually, as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate the sound more.
all-
No, I don't care with carbon roof, whatever. I think
I'm just saying,
I
but like-
think I take the
But
I take
think
the
about
M5
it, back
and
in
the
2006, 2007, right?
When they first came out, 06, yeah.
Like a carbon roof, like what the hell is that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
No, the
that's-
M6 with the double bubble. The M6 that came with the.
That's on the F13s, the new, or
The newer ones,
FO6, right? FO6 Grand Coupe, M6.
like a
Those have the double
like a
bubble.
2013,
The carbon roof.
something like that.
Double
That's
six.
too new. Get out.
Double bubble. It's literally got 2 bubbles on the roof.
Oh, it's on
Bubbles.
carbon roof.
I know.
Oh, carbon no. One of the
Yeah.
first cars I
I thought it was
had
always
had to be the CSL. No,
What?
carbon roof.
Well, that
had to be
came
the
with
first
carbon
one with a
roof.
carbon roof from the factory.
I honestly didn't even know that.
CSL's had a carbon roof
Yeah.
from the factory.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, sick. And the M6 Grand Coupe, when you sit inside, it literally bubbles, so you actually have more headroom where the people sit, and then it bubbles down in the middle. So cool.
Fun fact, actually. It's funny you guys say that. So you know how like BMW includes a toolkit in their cars and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the car, believe it or not, BMW does think about some stuff like that. They don't just reuse. Like I said, as I was saying, like Mercedes will reuse their parts off of another car, and the same car is the same thing. Like you got a C63 fender, dude, just say C300 fenders. That'll be the same crap. you take let's just say my E90, which has no sunroof, it's a slick top, right? There's actually in the toolkit. There's actually a wind for the sunroof in case it ever gets stuck. You can wind it out, or like manually close it. On a slick top, you won't find that key there. Like BMW really went down to that little tiny little detail and took it out.
Leave it to Mr. OEM
No,
Plus to
I'm
know
just saying.
that.
Well, no, that's cool though because
they did that in the 46
a lot of
too.
manufacturers will either leave things like wiring harnesses or leave things that might be in a like a model or a car.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it definitely makes
cost
sense.
effective.
It's a cost-effective way to just one wiring harness. Everything's pre-wired.
Everyone knows what an Easter egg is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Video game Easter
How
eggs.
many Easter eggs do you find in your E46? Like literally, with all they did, we just retrofitted the garage opener. We just found the wire. Like, oh wow, plugged it in, done. And guess what? We didn't even have to buy a whole new trim. It's literally.
Oh, it's pre-cut. Yeah, it's pre-cut.
It's not pre-cut. You have to actually. It's outlined.
Yeah,
it's literally outlined for you to cut it. There's nothing.
Same thing with the OEM alarm. We did the OEM alarm on there. We did the garage door opener, the whole link.
The hardware was there.
What else did we do this week?
Headers.
It's still raspy.
Screaming.
Yeah, it's raspy.
It's still raspy.
I love it.
It's so raspy.
I love it.
So we have a whole video dropping on Chris's car on the entire build that we did so far, just all the maintenance and stuff.
Yeah.
Those headers are nuts.
Yeah, it's super raspy, but I think it sounds
good. it keeps the characteristics, honestly, of the car, because the S54 is very raspy.
Now it's definitely an E46 M3 with the way it sounds.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have no resonators on it whatsoever, so it's super raspy. Super
Like
super
Chris can let me drive his car.
10 nah. Nah, it's what's it called? I got Super Sprint Race, active headers, Meister Shaft Section 1, OEM Section 2 with the resis cut out, but
how many sections do you guys have?
3 technically.
Headers, and then Section 1, Section 2, Section 3 is the one.
I know.
Yeah, that's
E60 and 5. They do the same thing, like Section 1, Section 2.
That's
E9X is like, yo, get an X pipe
and a muffler. Slap some headers on it, you're done.
Slap some headers on, you're done. Oh yeah, you got headers, no problem. They come with the X pipe.
Yeah, well,
that's it.
we can thank BMW engineering for that. So you know.
How much would your exhaust setup run you?
Brand new.
Let's just say, like, yeah, basically brand new.
I mean, if you wanted to buy all this stuff brand new, active headers, I think are like 700, 750 or something like that.
Boy's got money.
Section 1, the Meister Shaft Section 1 is actually really expensive, but I got that. I almost stole that. Brand new? No, Meister Shaft Section 1 I think is like 900.
So what's your whole exhaust system? Like your exhaust system worth now?
And then the Super Sprint, I think brand new Super Sprint Race is like 2100. So
all in, you're probably like $4,000, $4,500.
Yeah, like $4,000, $4,500 for what? You know. Well, I said the active headers, but yeah, it's that's what 30 horsepower gain roughly. If you tune it, obviously.
But 30 horsepower make a difference.
No, listen. I took it out on the base map. Shout out to Hassan from ACE. It's my boy right there. I took it out for a rip on the base map, and yo, that thing was ripping.
Yo, say it. I spun second.
I spun second. I turned third.
There you go.
His tires are from 2014.
Yo, my tires
Dry rot.
Yeah. No, they're not dry rot. I'll do a close up. I'll do my own YouTube video.
Nah, his tires look like
mint.
His tires got life. We good.
Nah, they got plenty of life.
Because Peter washed his car and put tire shine on it.
Yeah.
I put tire shine. I said, "Give me all the tire shine." Sucked it in.
Yeah.
What about you on the E92? What's your exhaust?
So on the Melbourne car, I have American Racing headers, mid pipe, and Acura rear section.
That's it? That's all the section you guys need?
That's it, bro.
Unbelievable.
The headers and mid pipe is one unit, and the muffler is the second unit. That's it.
That's how it should be here, but
it was like with your whole entire exhaust, man.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
yeah, no, I know the ARH stuff is not cheap.
No,
And they're local to us too.
We're not. Oh,
We are actually your ARH plug. If you guys need any American Racing stuff, reach out to me or Chris, sales@dreamgaragehq.com.
Oh yeah.
We're getting really aggressive with all the pricing. We're actually running some sales now for the holidays, so.
We're being pretty gentle.
Yeah. So hold on, what's your setup?
Oh god. So what happened was that
You don't have section 1, 2, 3 headers.
Nah,
it's
man.
easy. This is easy. Come on, spit it out.
it's not as hard as you think. You know, when you call for $4,000 for headers, it's pretty. You know.
Oh, boys got money.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, to see what happened was.
You see what had happened was
He heard my car, and then he was like, yo.
No, actually, believe it or not, I didn't hear your car. You send me videos, but videos do not do it justice.
No,
Videos
not even
never
close.
do it justice.
Never.
Videos
close.
suck.
And I mean it
Awesome.
for real, and I seriously mean this for real. Like on the E9X with headers, there is not many people that have headers on those cars, and if they do, they have supercharger, which is, you know, like, you know, maybe,
They're equal length from factory, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of really don't even.
You don't need
do
the
it.
headers if you
They flow great, but you will never find a better sounding E9X than a car with headers. Period.
But it gets rid of the.
How many? Are there a lot of manufacturers for headers on the E9?
There's
not.
three.
Beamer
I was gonna
World,
say, yeah.
American Racing. Who's the other one? Drawing a blank.
It's not actually a long tube. Actually, it's like it's an eco.
Shorty?
One.
No.
It's a shorty. Actually, I think it's from Beamer World. Actually. No, not Beamer World.
No, Beamer World makes long tubes.
Yeah, Beamer World.
No, Beamer World doesn't make long
Yes,
tubes.
they do.
Do they?
Yeah, because they come with their X pipes.
No, but you can buy Beamer World headers alone and match it to a different X pipe.
Nope.
Of course you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. They sell it in
you can't.
sections.
No, you can't.
You can.
You know what?
What?
I was supposed to get the Beamer World headers,
But then it came to the
guess-
plug.
Can I finish? So what happened was that Beamer World, I had their X pipe already.
Right.
Their X pipe was as close as Gentani's, which is one of the best seller forward X.
Forward X, yeah.
Right? So I was like, you know what? If anything, it's only right that I get their headers because, you know, I have their X pipe right. So just like, you know, put it right in and we're good to go, right? Nope. Beamer World told me, yes, the forward X, it's a little bit at a different angle now, so you would have to get a whole new X pipe. I'm like, but I have your X pipe right now. Like, yeah, but you need to buy the specific X
Header
pipe.
one.
So it's
the
like
header.
So
basically, I have
E46 guys knows what I'm talking about. But like if you get like Super Sprint V1 stepped headers, you have to use their section 1,
Yeah.
right? Because it's 2.5 inch rather than 2 1/4.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know why people
But-
are making aftermarket exhaust in 2 1/4, which
But
is
it's the
factory
same-
piping size.
Yeah, but it's the same thing for any headers. Like, for example, Sal, you cannot run ARH headers with any X pipe.
Nope.
You have to run American Racing
Because
headers.
the ARH are long tubes, so the actual header ends past where the factory X pipe would start.
And your O2 sensors are way further back.
Yeah.
So, but the only other reason why I wanted the Beamer World was actually it's easier to install, believe it or not. Because I mean, if you look at the factory headers, they're all like spaghetti and stuff like that. But the reason why they have it like that is because you can get access to bolts. But on the ARH headers, I mean,
So if you're in a driveway,
Yeah.
which is easier to install?
None. That job sucks.
that job sucks. But either way, you know what it is? It's just, bro, even Nick at ARH was trying to help me. He's like, dude, we stopped installing these at our own shop. And I'm like, why? I was like, he's like, you'll see why.
Oh shit.
Nah, it's a pain to install,
It's a
but
pain, yeah.
it's worth it. Honestly, I love that setup.
It's
I feel like
definitely
everything's a pain on these cars. And any car. Every car is a pain.
Nah,
on
not
the car.
necessarily. It's
Yeah, but at
just
the end of the day, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
What do you get afterwards?
Yeah.
You're happy.
You gotta,
Happy
you gotta do it. You
So
gotta-
yeah, my exhaust setup is because somebody, one of my worst friends ever, took my Amex and just said, "Hey man, here you go."
Swipe.
Swipe. Kid said, "All right, man, just leave a deposit down, and you know your headers will be." Their ARH, by the way, it's also local to us and it's made to order, so you get fresh set all the time. It's not something that's been sitting on the shelf. And this friend of mine said it'll be ready in like 2 months. I'm like, oh, okay, fine, that's all right. You know, whatever. Yo, by the way, 2 weeks later, yo, by the way, your headers are done. I'm like, what? I'm like, damn, okay. Took the headers, try to be smart and just buying other things that I can do, you know, while you're in there.
While you're in there,
Right? Because, you
Oh,
know, you have that.
this is dropped. Let's replace this.
talk about a spiral.
Hey, let's replace that.
And next thing you know, you're not just a couple grand into the headers, you're more than a couple grand.
Now
into
your
the
car
headers,
is
you know, so-
disassembled on a lift. You have no car. You haven't had lunch or dinner for like a month because you spent all your money on car parts.
And yo, guys,
wait. So when's your supercharger? Oh,
Oh,
my bad. Wrong video. I'm sorry. Wrong video.
hey man, we're talking about my new car that I'm getting.
OEM plus, OEM plus.
Either way.
All right, so what is it? Come on.
So I got ARH headers resonated with Meisterchef GT2s.
Sounds
And
slow.
honestly, best setup. Truthfully,
That setup is bonkers.
that setup is way better than Sal's setup, even though Sal's setup is literally screw you money, because I can't curse. It's literally screw you money, like, hey, I got accurate power, but guess what? I ain't quiet. Like, it's like,
I noticed that about the
You know
Acura
what it
stuff.
is?
It's very
Like-
quiet,
like,
but
for
it's
example, the
quality
headers
stuff.
Waking up the Acura. Acura's normally a really quiet muffler, and it is. I'm not disagreeing.
Like, if you told me, right, if you can ask any of us, right? If you went and said whose car has headers, you could clearly tell my car has headers.
Oh, there's no question. There's no debate. Yours is much louder, but
You could have just ran a stock muffler and it would have been the same thing.
no,
Yo, but I don't even-
titanium,
I don't even
lightweight,
care about
horsepower.
Lightweight, anyways.
But do you really care about how loud though? I care about like sound
I
quality.
don't know about all that.
Yo, dog, nobody's beat that quarter mile yet. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a dick car, so I can't do anything about that. You have that. You can have that.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
But just like to say, there's
Yo, hold on. So, you guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
No, not really.
AMG going 4-cylinder, new C63. What is that about? That's disgusting. That's atrocious. Why? What? I don't get it.
It's
All I know
listen,
is
that's like I don't know. It's almost like
It's not a
sacrilegious.
63. I know, the last V8, that's the 63 you want.
So technically, can you say the W204 is a future classic?
Absolutely.
Kind of falls in E9X. Last, like the one and only.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But like Mercedes, I don't know. I feel like their enthusiast is more for the older crowd.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's a luxury car too. It
No, of
definitely
course.
is. Like they're more luxurious.
I think Mercedes is a little more of a mature crowd, I guess. But
Yes. It depends.
where
what
we
you
are
call
is a little
mature.
different. No, but look, I think where we are, considering
Turbo
we're
sounds
in New York,
right?
Long Island, so it's a congested area. So you have so
feel like
many
there's
people
more
with
immature
a
adults in
range
that.
of income and salary that you got kids. One kid can afford a Challenger, Hellcat, another one's got AMG. But that's where we are. We're in New York. It's just. It's like that, you know, you got kids in the boroughs with whatever car, you know, the craziest cars. You know, kid who's got a Lambo for some reason, you don't know how he's got it, but he's got it.
Fun fact.
That's just what it's like over here. though.
Challengers have a ZF transmission. I wonder where they got that from.
I know a guy.
I know,
I know a guy, yeah.
BMW. But you know what it is? Actually, you know, technically General Motors make the ZF transmissions, so never mind.
We'll let that slide.
We'll let that one slide. But anyways, but like, you know what it is? Like, as Sal was saying, the future classic, again, back to that, the C63, the M156, that's a motor you can't sleep on. Because that's a
They're
motor.
bulletproof, bro.
No,
They're bulletproof.
I mean, they still have their issues, man. I'll take Rod Burns' issue over that. The issue that
head bolts?
No,
Yeah.
the head bolt is fixed in the facelift stuff. But you also got to remember this: they had the cam adjusters, the lifters. Cam adjusters $2,000 each.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Cam adjusters are $2,000 each. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, that's out of my tax.
So-
God damn.
What does that come down to, Sal? Which is cheaper, Rod Burns or that?
Just buy a whole new motor at that point.
Buy a
That's the
Toyota.
funny part. And then while you're in there,
Yeah, wow.
you do the lifters, and then whatever else went wrong.
And then it spirals. It just
And then
spirals. It
spirals
doesn't
after
end.
that. But it's, I mean, like, besides that, you know what it is? It's like the bottom end on the E9X was the problem, and then the top end on the M156 were the issue on that. But, you know what it is? How can you go wrong with a full bolt-on car making 500 wheel on the 85, or even like close to 500 wheel on pump?
No, they make 500 wheel on E all day.
Yeah, no, all day,
The
yeah.
four
But,
cylinder ones or what?
no.
No, the W204, the V8.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're racing a car, a twin turbo car. You're like, whoa, that's an NA car, and it's pulling, and it's moving.
Well,
My cousin had a C63, bro, and he was dogging like regular tuned down pipe F80s, like off the shelf stuff. Just killing it, bro. Killing
there's
it.
something about like
Any
that raw,
car.
naturally aspirated, just pull, or supercharged, but naturally aspirated, just that torque, just like sheer torque.
Well,
and
I mean, the sheer
displacement.
torque
Yeah,
out
like-
of those,
Yeah.
on those, because we can talk about NAS 65s
Yeah.
and
S54s.
S54s, they got no torque.
No torque.
S62 is a different story,
Yeah.
but then you come down to the V10 M5, you're like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like,
But you have scenarios,
ballgame.
but there are reasons like those. The Mercedes is the reason they didn't highlight those as like track cars. You know, they highlighted them as the German. I'm not saying they can't be track cars,
No, of course
absolutely,
they
but
can.
they were built to be like these
but see,
luxury yet
German
fun
muscle.
German
but
muscle.
this is
right?
what I'm
And-
gonna come down to once again. The reason why I say that the C63 W204 will be a future classic. It's actually a really amazing handling Mercedes. Like,
It is.
out straight up. Like, if you see me in one, don't be surprised. Like, honestly, it's one of those cars that it's really, it can handle.
Yeah.
It has amazing platform.
Well, if you're not on the gas pedal and you're going around a corner, yeah, it's gonna grip. You know,
Yo, that's
like-
where BMW slack generation for generation. The E9X, yo, they absolutely did such a terrible job on the brakes. But like you look at the W204 C63,
those brakes are sick.
calipers is big,
Yeah.
bro.
Well,
Huge.
No, because you know why? If you go back to the E55, they had an 8-piston caliper in the front. was brake by wire. So that giant caliper was not stopping that 4,000 pound car properly.
Right.
C63
Then you
brakes
come
are great.
back, but this is the funny part. You come down to the E9S. Do you ever had any braking issue? I swear to you, my regular 9M E46 stopped way better than my E55.
I get the
Also weight difference.
Factory ZCP brakes with just
Also
better
brake bias.
pads, and stainless lines.
Brake bias is very important.
I don't get any fade at all.
In a way, I guess you can say it's an issue on the W204 because that's a big ass.
I've noticed these BMWs. They have
car,
the brakes on these BMWs. I'm trying to remember Mercedes now, but BMWs. Like the rotors are big on like the brakes. Normally you see rear brakes are smaller than fronts. Now we're talking calipers, but the rotors themselves are also big. So I feel like the braking when it came to BMW, they tried to like balance it better, you know, compared to doing the front nosedive
but
heavy
you know
car.
what it is? You know what it is? Like for example, like on the E9X, a lot of people. Let's be honest. Like the braking was really never an issue. It's more for aesthetics at that point. A lot of people are doing this.
No, they brake great, bro. So when my Jerez car was like track ready, I just had like a basic setup, Club Sports. Bro, all I did was stainless lines, upgraded the fluid. I ran RBF 660, multiple brake fluid.
So did I.
Bro, and all I put was EBC pads.
That
car
alone,
was phenomenal.
that alone can make a big difference.
Stock, stock pads, stock line, stock fluid. Brake faded terribly, bro, because, you know, I was driving it pretty hard. Faded terribly. I did that upgrade. Yo, huge difference.
Big difference.
It's not a big brake kit, but yo, night and day.
Wait, these M cars, the 46 and up, not 46, do E9X and up, they're standard lines. They're not like braided lines or anything.
No one comes with.
Nothing.
As far as I'm aware, nobody
has braided lines.
stainless lines.
F80s,
from factory.
It's like
that?
no. It's the funniest thing ever. It's like literally like I mean, but why not? It's just a line. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't know why they can't. And now in all these companies that make these braided lines, they come with the factory hardware to like mount them in the same spot the factory ones go. It doesn't make any sense. You can literally just put it in, but they don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they add all this extra stuff for I don't know what it is. What's so aesthetically pleasing about putting in a rubber line, but
I guess cost effectiveness.
You're not going to see it anyway. You know, what's the difference?
yeah, I mean at that point it is what it is. But
No, but I think the W204 and the E9X are 1000% future classics. I think the E60 M5 is also going to get thrown in that.
I don't know
You can't beat
about
that
that.
generation. That era of cars was something else, man.
I think,
you know what it is? Those are cars without limits. You know what I mean? Like they're literally cars without limits. It's funny because yeah, they're all three of them are NA, and all three of them could hit 200 NA.
Yeah.
They could do the whole dash NA.
honestly,
And there's not very, I'm sorry, but there's not really that many cars that can really do that. And I'm talking about like not like really pushing it to hit 200. You can hit 200 in a blink of an eye. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Well, it's impressive. I'll give it. I'll give them that.
I agree with that 100%.
So a lot of debate, like new car, old car, this, that. Yo, let's shift a little bit into detailing. How does detailing, like right now you're doing a paint correction on my E36, and that's mainly almost the entire car's original paint, obviously bumpers, this, that, whatever, little stuff, rock chips. How does detailing an old car compare to like detailing a new car? Like you just, right behind us, we have literally a 2023 Range Rover out of the dealer. This car's got 40 miles on it. It's a 150 grand truck, you know?
yeah.
And you just paint corrected this, ceramic coated this. How does that compare to like, let's say a car from the 90s
Right.
in terms of, you know, detailing?
The older cars I've learned, so let's see. The best way to put it is older cars can be easy to cut. So if you don't understand anything about detailing, to try and simplify it in the best
I don't,
way.
so talk to me dumb.
In the simplest way. When we talk clear coat, if you talk to a detailer, we tried, or paint in general, not even clear coat, let's talk paint. We talk softness and hardness.
What about Marnus?
Marnus? Yeah.
Marnus.
Okay. So, too many inside jokes being thrown right now. So, soft paint, for instance, let's talk, if you own a JDM car, any modern, like, it could be a Mazda, Toyota, Honda, JDM car, some Fords, it's gonna be hard to generalize this, but they don't come with a lesser quality paint, they simply come with a different paint system entirely that is maybe different from what the German manufacturers might be using. The German manufacturers will use what's called like a ceramic clear. It's mixed in their clear coats, so I'm talking newer cars, not even the older ones, like not E46, but like E9 and up. E9X and up, those cars will use like a ceramic clear. It helps prevent like the rock chips from being too, like you might notice if you own a BMW, rock chips don't happen as easily as, let's say, another car that you might have in your lineup.
Yeah.
Like a Honda, like I know those cars, the paint is so much softer. So what does that mean? When I'm polishing a car, if it's soft paint, it'll correct very easily. So it could look destroyed. I mean, go outside, look for a car that's wrecked. I'm talking swirls, scratches, orange, every type of defect. If it's soft paint, it's easy to fix, but then I might come across an issue with actually taking off the polish itself, where my towels could be marring and leaving behind like the finest of scratches. So that could get frustrating. There are ways around it. You know, use like a better quality towel, which I won't use on every car because they could be more expensive towels, but they work on cars that have softer paint. Older cars will use, again, you know, they sat outside in the elements or whatever. Again, their paint systems, they diminished over time. So again, they could be easier. Classic cars, those scenarios, if it's an originally painted car, you know, that was in a barn find or something, you gotta be very careful. They could be very thin paint, so I can't come at it with like heavy compounds and machines and stuff. I gotta go light. I'm not trying to get these cars perfect. I'm trying to preserve what is left on the car. Now, when we jump to this car, this Range Rover behind us, a brand new car, it actually, so this car corrects very well, very easily. Harder paint, but it's not too hard to where, again, I can't remove the defects in a time-efficient manner, and my towels also are not marring up the paint and it's leaving behind a good finish. It's a brand new paint system, so it's in good shape. So in the simplest form, newer cars can be, it really depends. It depends on the makeup, it depends on like so many variables and factors. I do enjoy doing new cars because there are typically less defects to worry about. I also enjoy doing older cars because the before and after shots are just, they're incredible. You know, you get a car that never was washed, never was detailed or something for 10 years, 20 years, whatever, you know, you polish it and it looks like it came off the showroom. That's the most like exciting part of it all. Right. So it's hard to really tell you which one is easier, older car, new car. It's really based on the car itself. I've had BMWs that I've polished, like a 5 Series, an E60, not an M5, but a 5 Series. I forgot what color it was.
Alpine white.
Yeah, I wish it was Alpine white. It wasn't. It was whatever color. It was very hard. It might have been black, sapphire, metallic, honestly. That's a harder paint system. This car that I was polishing one time, I remember specifically, it was like 3 steps, 3 or almost 4 steps to cut it down proper. Now, the owner of the car was a little more particular, no problem, so I'll take the extra time to level it out. I could have let it go after 2 steps, but it had like some haze. It left a couple marks here. I'm like, you know what? Most people would be happy. I have to go the extra, you know, the extra step, and it's not like me trying to be the great detailer. It's like this is what you have to do. Some cars you have to do an extra step or 2. So yeah, again, it goes based off what tools you got, what supplies you got, what car are you dealing with. I've also had 2 of the same exact car respond differently. Yeah. To my polishing methods, which could be frustrating.
Yeah, because I mean, it's all based on how the car is exposed to the elements over the life of the paint.
Exactly. Also, you might look at a car and say, damn, that car is really clean. Next thing you know, it's resprayed, which isn't actually a bad thing. I actually like working on cars that are resprayed because there tends to be more paint. Even if it's a bad respray, there's still a lot of paint on the car compared to factory. The factory, they actually, because they're putting out how many cars a year, thousands of cars, tens of thousands, that paint comes down to a budget, obviously. So if they're overshooting the amount of paint product on a car, they're wasting a ton of money. So they're only gonna shoot, the robots at the factory are only gonna shoot a certain amount of paint. That's the amount of paint that now I'm left to deal with in terms of polishing. Because every time I'm polishing, I'm actually removing the finest layer of paint to level out. It's the same way as like if you're washing your face. You know, you wash your face, you exfoliate, and you follow with like moisturizer or medication or something. Same thing with cars. It's just like skincare. So again, you know, you have to start with the least aggressive method first. Once you're doing it for however many years and you're kind of in the flow of it, you can kind of judge without even testing anything what product is going to work, what machine you need, and what pad and such. That's just from experience. But that's like any trade. But if you're anyone who's trying to detail the car, just start with the least aggressive method. You know, don't. What are you laughing at?
Ready fell asleep.
Yeah, dude works all day. Poor guy. Ray is currently.
You're ready for the sleep.
Yeah, that's how it is. Performance work is more exciting than detailing.
Guys.
So,
I call this.
that was great.
Oh,
Guys, so to wrap up this episode, like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell everybody we're dropping new videos, 3 videos a week, every week. We made a poll on our story about dropping a new vlog every day. Senior's ready to lose it. So we're gonna wrap up this episode. Starting December 1st, we're gonna try to drop at least 5 videos a week for you guys to keep you guys busy during the holiday season.
Yep.
We wanna crank out as much content as possible, but we're gonna wrap up this episode tonight, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.